VJ Edgecombe might just had one of the best summer league debuts that we have seen from a Sixers rookie, and that's saying a lot because the Sixers have had some great rookies that have had some great summer league debuts, and we going to talk about it. So make sure you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. Yeah. What's going on, Cliffhangers? We are back with another video. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that subscribe button down below. It tells the YouTube algorithm that y'all like the video. It's going to push it out to more people so everybody can come here and we could all talk about the same thing. But let's get into it. VJ Edgecombe tonight had a great summer league debut. Definitely wasn't expecting it. 28 points, shot 48% from the field, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal, and peep this, he didn't have a 20 and 10 game in college. So the fact that he was able to do it in his first NBA action, that definitely says something. It definitely feels like Morey made the right pick. I know I said I wasn't expecting this from VJ, but not from the standpoint of he is going to be a bad player, but I knew he was going to have a good game, but just not like this. And I don't think a lot of people were expecting VJ to come out, give you 28, 10, 2 blocks, 1 steal. With a block and a steal might be something that we all expected because he's going to do the intangible things. He's going to hustle. He's going to play defense. He's going to play with the tenacity and the toughness that we have all already expected. And I've talked about in my previous videos of what the Sixers culture and their new culture that they are trying to build, but wasn't expecting this type of game from him at all. We're going to talk about the good and like the little of the bad. Like he still has some things that he's definitely going to have to improve on. Also, it is game 1 of Summer League, so I'm not trying to get overhyped or overexcited because we know how these things can go, especially with the Sixers' luck and the curse that they have over this team. But we're going to talk about all of that. So we definitely going to start off with the good. Some of the things that I definitely liked, and I don't even want to say liked, some of the things that I loved from VJ was his pull-up game. It was pure. I wasn't expecting him to have a pull-up midi. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't watch him a lot in college. A lot of people were telling me that he did have this, but I didn't think he had it at this clip. Like every time he got into the mid-range and he was able to rise up, I expected it to go in. And that like from the game that I was watching, I'm like, oh, like this is automatic. And it's so crazy. Like I've compared him to Anthony Edwards, Russell Westbrook. Some people have compared him to D Wade. I've compared him to Jimmy Butler as well. But he has the exact same shooting animation as Edwards, and it's crazy because you can literally see the athleticism from Ant, the defensive versatility from Ant, his ability to switch, his ability to handle the ball at times in the pick and roll. You can see that all like in Anthony Edwards' game, and I was kind of playing when I was comparing him, but like tonight I really saw that he could possibly become that type of player. Maybe not on the level that Ant is, but some of the similarities that you can see with VJ's game. So I love that. Another thing that I really like from him, and that I like the same thing from Jared McCain that I saw last summer league, is that he's very calm. He's playing within the game. He wasn't trying to rush anything. He wasn't trying to do too much. He was letting the game come to him. Even down the stretch of that game, you could tell like he wanted the ball. He wanted to make those final plays in order for the Sixers to have the ability to try and win that game versus the Jazz. So it's something that I definitely like. Even when he drove and got those 2 free throws, he did end up missing 1. But I immediately wrote my Sixers group chat like, yo, I'm so happy. Like his first thought was, okay, I'm going to drive and I'm going to try to get fouled. He's not afraid of the free throw line, even though he only went 1 for 3 tonight. But it's something that I'm not worried about because he has that mindset of, hey, we gonna win with me or we gonna die with me. But I'm going to make sure that I put my team in the best spot that I possibly can to win this game. And he goes about it so calmly. He was getting to all of his spots, which I absolutely loved. It looked like it was kind of easy for him. He was easily the best player on the floor tonight, and he shared the floor with Ace Bailey, another top 5 pick that we were talking about the Sixers getting. But that's something I definitely loved from VJ tonight, and it's something that I was not expecting to see. He just seemed in control for a majority of the night, and that's something that I wasn't expecting. When I was looking at VJ highlights, or tape as like everybody likes to call it, like that they be looking at like his highlights and everything, it looked like he was a very early offense get into transition guy. I didn't think he would be very viable in the half court. Like I said, this is only game 1 of Summer League, but I'm taking away all the good that I saw tonight, and it's something that I did not expect, him handling the ball. Now he still struggles with his handle. He doesn't really have any moves, but that's something that we're going to get into. But especially in the half court tonight, Love that he was getting to his spots. Love that he was on the glass. He was a cutter. He was getting open. He was getting to different open spots on the floor, being able to play make and or get his shot off. He had the divert dunk and everything. He had a couple like putback dunks, not put back, but like grab rebound, put it back up. Those type of dunks, and I absolutely love that because that's how he's going to get his buckets early in the NBA, especially on a team with Joel Embiid, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Jared McCain. So he's going to have to find creative ways or different ways to get his buckets or make his impact on the game. And another thing that's going to lead into that is his defense. I loved his defense tonight. Didn't showcase like shut down defense because I don't think he was going against anybody that was like really handling the ball or like guarding him. But the block he had on Jared Springer, he had another one where he basically stood up Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey still scored because he's 6'8". But I absolutely love those possessions from VJ, and it shows like the type of on-ball defender, weak side defender, the athleticism that he has, everything that we already loved for VJ coming in. He showcased that tonight and much more. So I'm just excited. I'm happy for the future of the Sixers and what this young team could the young guys on the team could possibly do heading into this new season. Now we're going to get into the bad. Not much tonight. It is some concerns that it's not really concerns. It's like just I feel like he was playing a little bit out of position, but I know that he talked about he wanted to get better as a point guard throughout this process and throughout summer league. When I was watching him at the beginning of the game, and he was making some like weird play. I don't know if it was like he felt rushed or like he's just not used to playing straight up point guard, but he just didn't look like a point guard to me. He didn't have the feel for it, and that's probably because like he just needs to work on his handle. He's going to have to figure out like we're figuring out the pick and roll. He's going to have to figure out what spots to get his guys in, but he does seem like a more of an off ball guy to me. Like that's where he's going to be able to really fully utilize his asset of who he is as a player in order to make an impact on the game. But like he didn't play terrible tonight at point guard, right? Like as the game went on, I was like, okay, I can kind of see it. But I still think like he's a good ball handler. It's a weird it's a weird way I'm going to say this, right? As a ball handler in the pick and roll, he looked good because like I said, he was getting to his mid range. Everything was pure. He was playmaking. He was making the right plays for other guys. As a ball handler, now, as a point guard, where he's going to have to basically control the game, get guys into their spots, figure out, all right, who's hot, who needs to get hot, who do I need to get a look for, different things like that. Something that he's definitely going to have to learn more, especially if he wants to get into this role as a point guard. But he definitely feels like more of an off ball ball handler to me, like a secondary ball handler, somebody that can kind of get into their own offense and kind of sort of make plays for different people as like a connecting guy. But that's something that, you know, I saw tonight. I just don't think that he's a point guard. I hope I'm proven wrong. Something else, like I've been talking about it. I've said it a couple times, but like his ball handling, he's not like a terrible ball handler. Like he can't just not dribble. It's just he doesn't have dribble moves, like he doesn't have counters or anything. And I said it during the game. It was one play where he was like kind of in secondary. It was like a secondary fast break, a secondary transition, and like he just needed to make one move to get by his defender. Like he just needed like one little move to like freeze his defender a little bit, and he would have had the speed, the quickness, and the athleticism to just get by him. Now I'm talking about secondary fast break. I'm talking about like initial fast break where he had the big dunk, where we saw his athleticism, where he like Euroed Walter Clayton Jr. That's different. I'm talking about where there's already like a couple defenders in front of him, and he just needs to make another move. So if he just had like an in and out or like some type of, or like a crossover, a quick crossover, just like a quick go-to move that he can use in secondary transition to where he can get by his initial guy and then I guess meet whoever at the rim, or if they can't recover fast enough, he just needs a move that he can go to. And I'm sure that'll come like as his career grows, but you could tell he doesn't really, everything was like a straight line drive, and he would use like his strength as athleticism to just rise above some people or get to the rim. So that's going to come. It's just some things that he's going to need to work on. Also, his 3-point shot, like his shot looks good. It's just not like consistent. I think it was 1 for 6 tonight or something like that from 3. Like I just wanted him to like hit 2 consecutive threes for me, just for my mental. But like the shot looks good. It doesn't look broken. So I'm not really worried about it. So it's just that's just some things that I saw from him. But like I said, great game from VJ. The bad are just things that we already knew coming in. He's just going to have to improve on them. He wasn't even bad at the things. He was just like all right, we're just gonna have to see some improvement there, man. But I'm excited about VJ. I think their second summer league game is tomorrow. I'm very excited about that. Looks like the Morey got one. Sixers got one. We got this young core now of guards. I'm excited to see. What I'm thinking about is where he's going to play when the full lineups come in, like where he's going to play as far as like being next to Max, or is he going to be on the court with Maxey and McCain at the same time? I don't know if he can guard threes, but I guess we'll see. Just going to have to see how that rotation shakes out, but he's definitely going to be getting a lot of minutes early on if he continues to play like this, like get a lot of early minutes during the season, especially if he continues to play like this. But let me know what y'all thought of VJ Edgecombe's his summer league debut. Where you think he'll fit into the lineup? Should he start next to Maxey? Should McCain come off the bench? Should McCain start? VJ come off the bench? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. I'll holla at y'all.